Yeah, I can see your screen
Okay.
sharing.
Yeah. So now this is you, Lena. Are you happy with your picture?
Yeah, yeah, I am. I send you
Okay,
this.
that's good.
I'm happy.
Yeah. Okay, so now we have Lena. So I'm going to ask two members about Lena based on her knowledge of
Wait,
her.
wait. So I
So,
don't have to explain myself, Hisam?
oh, I thought you already did to the members. Okay, explain yourself
No, I
with
respect you as a
pleasure.
broadcaster. I'm waiting for you.
O- Okay, thank you. I'm so sorry. I skipped the question. Okay, go ahead, Meita.
Okay, well, I think I'm ambivert. Like Lena said that she don't know what is ambivert. Well, I think I'm ambivert because in a in a group of people that I already know, I can be talk active. But in a new group that I just join it, I will be listener. So I have to
Mhm.
analyze first how's this group, how's these people, so I can, you know, uh,
Okay, yeah, I
yeah,
know.
something like that. Okay.
Yeah, so you could be an introverted person, mm, like as long as you don't know the people very well, so you would prefer to be a listener. So once
Yeah,
you get
it's
very
depend.
comfortable, so you just get like you turn into the ambivert or extrovert version. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, May. Yeah, so now, Lena, yeah, I'm going to ask a question about her. The question is, do you mind, like, do you think she would mind spending time alone? So this question is for Pat. What do you think about Lena?
I think she prefer be with someone. Extrovert, I mean.
Oh, so you think she would mind spending time alone. So she would not like to be alone. So that means
Mhm.
extrovert, right?
Mhm. Yes.
Okay, so I want to ask the same question for May about Lena.
I think she is an extrovert.
Extrovert. So now
Yeah.
we have two members have the same answer, so we don't need the third one. Extrovert. So let's see the real Lena. So can you see?
Yeah.
Mhm. Lena is an introverted. So you are wrong. The assumption is not true about Lena. Maybe she also have like she also has an ambiverted personality that could be tricky sometimes. So what do you say about yourself, Lena? Do you mind spending time alone?
No, I totally not don't mind to spend time alone. Even I like to spend time alone. That's why it was pretty hard for me when like 4 years of studies, my little brother was living with me in my flat. So I was waiting for him when he will move. Now I'm alone and I'm pretty well. And I agree that
Yeah.
it's kind of ambiverting because I can be talkative when I need, especially in my professional life. But I prefer to be quiet and listening to other people than to talk much.
Hmm. Okay, that's very interesting. Yeah. So I think the ambivert personalities could be tricky. So we could be wrong based on our assumption. So now let's move to another member. Here we have Sveta. Sveta is not here, but we can gossip a little bit about her. Yeah. So the question about Sveta is, If she does nothing all the day, how do you think she would feel? Yeah, so this question for Isam.
Hmm. Okay. Soviet woman. How to say it? I think she is extrovert.
So you think she is extrovert, so she would
Mm-hmm.
be so bored staying at home for a long
Mm-hmm.
time, doing nothing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the same question for Leo.
Okay, so if Sveta doesn't have nothing to do at home, I imagine she will go under the kitchen counter where she have vodka. She will get drunk, turn on the music, start singing, dancing, maybe open the window and scream. I don't know. She probably go crazy. So
Yeah,
yeah, she will be extrovert.
oh, okay. So we have two similar answers. Let's see the result of extrovert. Yeah, singing like the same as
Yeah.
Leo said. She would get crazy singing. Yeah, so she has an extroverted personality. She is not her here, unfortunately, so we cannot know about her opinion regarding this question. So let's move to another member. Here we have Pat. Pat, are you happy with your caricature picture?
Uh, yes and no.
Oh,
Okay, that's good. So we have the question about Pat, which is she would rather reading a book or going for a party. So this question about Pat for Lena.
Um, I really don't know how to explain why, but I'm pretty sure that she would prefer to read a book. I
Okay,
don't know
that
why.
means introvert.
Hmm.
Okay, the same question for uh, okay, Sarah. She doesn't know her very well, but let's know about her assumption. Just like
Okay.
for the first impression.
Okay. As you said, I don't know her till now, but if I'm gonna assume, I'll think that you'd rather read a book than go to a
O-
party.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
have two similar answers. We don't need for the third. So they think you are introvert, but
ambivert,
do you want do you want
ambivert.
to surprise them?
I'm
Okay.
going. I'm going to tell you. You better ask Leo because Leo met me in person.
I I think it's
What?
ambivert.
Oh,
Ambivert.
you think she is ambivert?
She can be both. Yeah, it depends.
Okay, so she could be tricky. So let's see the result of her. She is introvert. I think she is definitely introvert since I already met Pat before in Thailand in 2018. So she sounds more an introverted person. Yeah, so Pat, what would you say about yourself? Would you rather a book or going for a party?
A book for sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the
and I
result is
and
accurate.
yes, and I would like to. I mean, maybe you will make a conclusion in the end that what is the meaning of introvert and extrovert and ambivert
Okay,
or not?
yeah, like before, when I asked the members to perform the test, in the message is already included the definition of introvert, extrovert, and ambivert. So if anyone read the message, so he or she would definitely understand an accurate meaning of both of these three terms. That's why I didn't make a definition for these terms in the beginning.
Yeah, but I have an opinion that maybe like for Lena, maybe we misunderstood or we misinterpret that if we are among our close friends, then we can talk more. Maybe that's not the meaning of ambivert. I mean, the introvert and the extrovert, as far as I know, is like they charge. I mean, they are charged the power. They feel energetic when they are alone or when they are among people. So it's not only they are talkative among close friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally understand you, and yeah, I get your message. However, it's hard to be very accurate in this test, you know, maybe because you need 1,000 of questions to answer to know your real result. Because even in the introvert spectrum, we have levels. We have very introverted person and medium and high and low, you know. So every term also have a very vast spectrum. That's the reason why even if we are both introvert or extrovert, we can see a lot of differences between us. These differences just came from the spectrum of the same personality.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, and thank you for the remark. So we will try to do that by the end if we would still have more time. Okay, so now we move to another person. Leo, are you happy with your picture?
Uh, oh, I look skinny and I have more hair. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So the question about Leo is, do you think he would like face-to-face conversation or a group talk? So this question for Lena.
That's interesting question because I never had experience with Mr. Leo except group talking. But I think, yeah, the second, that he would prefer group talk.
So he is an extrovert person. Okay, the
I think
same
so.
question to Pat, since she already met Leo before.
I think face to face.
Oh, face to face. So you
Mhm.
think he is introvert?
Yeah,
Okay,
or
now we have
ambivert.
different.
Ambivert.
Uh,
Ambivert.
okay, since we have different. By the way, the test that I asked you for to perform does not have the ambivert result. It only have
Mhm.
either extrovert or introvert. That's the
So I
reason
choose.
why we don't have ambivert. Okay, so now we have different answer. We need a third party to uh, to finish this debate. Yeah, so Isam, what do you think?
Mr. Leo, I think he's introvert.
Introvert.
Introvert. So the
Mhm.
result is introvert. So Mr. Leo, do you want to surprise them with your result?
I think that the results say that I am introvert, but oh no, that I am extrovert. But you see,
Mhm.
I uh, I I can I can be the other one. I can be introvert and extrovert. It depends on the situation. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but the result of your test says that you are an extroverted person.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay.
So yeah, so as per your opinion, you think you like both face-to-face conversation or group talk, right?
Yeah, I can do well. It depends, who is the person. Like with Pat, I prefer face-to-face conversation with Pat, and I am okay with
Okay,
that. Yeah.
okay, that's interesting. So let's move to another person. Here we have me. Yeah, I'm happy with my picture as well.
I was I
And
was about to ask you about, are you happy with your picture?
yeah, I know. So I already answered your question. Okay, so the question about me is where would like to live in the city or in the countryside, like in a place with the hustle and bustle or in a quiet place like in the countryside. So since I'm the broadcaster and I have talked a lot in during the meeting, I would ask this question to Sarah to have more like information to get like a little bit accurate assumption. So what do you think, Sarah?
Uh, I think you'd rather to live in a city. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so that means I am an extrovert person.
Yeah.
Okay, so the same question for Isam.
I think you are city person, and there is no way you to be in village or quiet place.
Oh, okay. Even though we have two similar answers, I would like to know about May opinion. Hello, May.
My opinion,
Yeah.
I think you are rather like to live in a city.
Okay, so three answers show that I am extrovert. Okay,
Yeah.
would you like to see the result of my test? Here
Yep.
you go.
Introvert.
What?
Yeah,
Oh
introvert.
boy.
And I think I agree with that. And however, I performed another test in another website that include the ambivert option, and the test showed that I am ambivert because I answer some questions like an extroverted person. That what make the result makes me in the middle of the spectrum, and I agree with that. I think I am in the middle because I like reading book as well as going to a party from time to time, and I like face-to-face conversation and sometimes group talk. So I like to be a listener and sometimes a talker like today. And yeah, so a lot of things I like both, which makes me in the middle of the spectrum. Yeah, so let's move to
And
another
Hisham,
member. Mhm.
what about
Yeah,
this question? Where do you prefer to live?
okay. I would like to live, I don't mind to live in the countryside as long as I can go to the city easily and get
Hmm.
all the things that I need.
I see.
Yeah, so you understand? Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's a mixture of both.
Hmm.
Remember, she is not here and we don't know anything about her, so we cannot talk about her because we don't have any assumption. She is a new. She was supposed to take part in today's meeting. Unfortunately, let's go to Alice. Alice from Vietnam. She is not here. Let's gossip a little bit about her. So the question about Alice, do you think Alice would like to work in an open space, uh, company or place, or in a separated office? The question for Pat.
In an open area.
So she is extrovert.
Yes.
Okay, the same question for May.
Alice is extrovert in the open area.
Okay, so let's see the result. Yes, the two assumptions
Yeah.
are right. She is an extroverted person. Yeah, unfortunately, she is not here to know about her opinion. Let's move to another person. Now we have Isam here. Are you happy with the sunglasses?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm psyched.
I'm happy
Actually.
also.
Oh, you are happy too.
So
Okay,
both were happy.
that's
He's so
wonderful.
cool in this picture.
He looked like a drug dealer.
Yeah, exactly. He looked like a leader of a gang of drugs.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so the question about Isam, do you think he is naturally more of a listener or a talker? The question is for Lena.
It's too much easy. He's much more a listener.
Listener, so he is introvert, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the same question for Sarah. What do you assume of Isam?
Uh, I think Isam is more a listener because like all of you, I've heard your voices talking and you're talkative, but I didn't hear a lot from him. So I think he's more a listener.
Okay, that's reasonable, but it could be tricky as well, so be careful.
He forgot to turn on the mic. That's all.
Okay, so yeah, now let's see the result of Isam. Two members said he is introvert. The result is extrovert. This is Isam's test. So, Isam, what would you say about yourself? We would like to hear your voice now.
Yeah, I think many people think that I'm listener, but it depends on the situation. Sometimes I can be listener. It depends on the mood of this person. If this person is sad, for example, angry,
Mhm.
I just listen. When we are happy, like having fun, we talk a lot of boring stuff and dirty stuff also.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
I don't agree with this result. I'm sure that Isam he's between, like tricky one.
In the between. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So
Tricky Isam.
it's all yeah. Mm-hmm. So he could be as introverted as extroverted. So it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah, that's the accurate definition of ambivert. Now let's move to another member, our new member, Sarah. So the question about Sarah, would you like to read a book or go for a party? Yeah, so I can't ask the question for me because I don't want to cheat. I already know her test result. So I would like to ask this question for Leo. What do you think about Sarah?
Sarah, I think that she would like to go to a party and do the moonwalk and all the weird, crazy movement. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so you think she is extrovert? Yeah, the
Extrovert.
same question for extrovert, yeah. So the same question for Pat. What do you think?
I cannot imagine her doing moonwalk. Right?
Oh,
Uh, I think I think she preferred to read.
okay. So you think she is introvert. Now we have different questions. We need another third party. Lena, can you help us?
Yeah, I will try. Of course, it's pretty hard because we see this person just like today, first time. But as I can
Hmm?
see, she looks calm and quiet, not quiet, but yeah, it's like calm person. So I think that she preferred to read a book than to go to a party.
No,
Okay.
Lena, you
Uh-huh.
just give her some
Mhm.
vodka and you will see her moving.
I just see her hijab, and I'm sure she won't take vodka.
Oh,
Okay, so now we have two introverted answers and one extrovert. Okay, for me, if I don't know the result and I got such a question, as the first impression of Sarah when I welcomed her to the group, she just like made a movement like hello with her both hands. I don't think an introvert person would do that. So I would guess she is an extrovert. However, let's see the result. Yeah, the result, she is an extrovert. So the question now for Sarah, what would you say about yourself?
Okay, to answer firstly the question, if I'll have to decide to go to the party or to read the book, I'll definitely go to the party. So, Leo, you were right. I'll go
yes.
and do the weird movements. About being extrovert, being extrovert doesn't mean that I'm not introvert. Like, I like to meet people, to talk to new people like you, to see new faces, to be surrounded by positive persons and funny ones. But that doesn't mean that I don't like to be alone sometimes, to talk to myself, to know myself more, to be in like a calm position. Uh, Even that I may be like a courage person, but sometimes I can't do all the risky moves. So I'm made more extroverted, but I have an introverted person in me.
Yeah, that's exactly because like it's hard to find someone who is 100% extroverted, like to answer all the question as an extroverted would do. So I think we all have some little introverted inside us if we are an extrovert, or some extrovert inside our personality if we are in the other side. Yeah, so I get your point, and thanks for your accurate explanation about your personality. So now we move to the conclusion of our meeting. So, Pat, would you still want to have a definition of each term?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so go ahead.
You mean for me to explain?
Mm-hmm.
I think you will explain.
Oh, okay. No problem. I would do that for you. Okay, so as per my knowledge about an introverted person, he is a person who need to charge himself from being alone. Like whenever he or she goes for a party or be in a group talk or be among people, he get tired and like drained. So he feel like he loses all his energy. That's an introvert person. So you can ask yourself, if I go for a party maybe twice a week or every time friends ask me to go for a party, is that would be amazing for me? Would that be okay? Or I will feel super tired and need to be alone for a long time to get back all my energy. And the extrovert is the contrary. So they always need to go for a group talk, to sing with friends, like to be always surrounded with people. They like movement, energy, and being always enthusiastic to feel very comfortable and energetic. So whenever they stay alone, they feel nervous and so bored and tired. Yeah, this is the definition of an extrovert. So you can simply ask yourself if you would feel energetic when you go with people or not to define yourself. And the ambivert is in the middle, like you would like to stay alone and you feel amazed and energetic as long as going sometimes with people for partying and singing. So this is in the middle of the spectrum. Yeah, so for our CTI group, as you can see, we have in red the extrovert members, 60%, and the introvert people are 40%. Yeah, so May, what do you think? Would you
Hisham, are you okay?
your the May?
Yes.
Yeah, you have a problem with your mic. Try not to move maybe your headphones. Okay, go ahead.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I think mostly our group is, I don't know, ambivert
Mm-hmm.
because our guess is the opposite of the fact. When we guess introvert,
Mm-hmm.
become extrovert, something like that. And he or she explained it that sometimes he can be introvert and he can be extrovert, depend on the situation, depend on the person, something like that. So I think it's kind of ambivert. I don't know.
Okay, thanks for this. So, but, so what about our group? About CTI as a person, is it introvert or extrovert?
I think it's ambivert as well. And maybe one more thing that this is I compare to myself. I mean, I think I'm I'm totally introvert and I like to write than to talk. If I can choose, I can process my thinking much better when I write or I type
Mm-hmm.
than I talk. I need more time to process. So this is one more thing about introvert that I would like to say. But I think our group, many people are ambivert.
Okay, so FCTI is a person, so it would be ambivert.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Lena?
About CTI as a person, I think it's not surprising that most of percentage goes to extroverting because it wouldn't be so much group talks if it would be an introvert person. And as we can see that CTI conference like to have group talks every week. So he is an
Mhm.
extrovert, or she, I don't know.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. We need also to like to consider this FCTI as a male or female. Maybe we have to count the members, the female members and the male members,
Good
then decide.
idea.
Hopefully, yeah, it's not a okay. Yeah, the same question for Sarah.
Okay. So I could see that there were 60% who were extrovert and 40% introvert. So it's like a mixture between two personalities, and that's what can make a group better. So that like two different people can talk to each other and exchange information, ideas. So that's what make a group special. And it's normal to have like two different of people, and to do to have like different personalities. So I don't know, it's like ambivert, as they said, if we count the middle of them. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Like, if we mention something about books or anything that introvert do a lot, so they can give us information about books or movies. And whenever we like mention singer or parties, so we also have members who are specialized in that field. Yeah, so in this case, we can get both sides and makes the group very interesting. Yeah, so the same question for Isam.
Yeah, as long as it is very difficult to give any kind of definition to personalities, because people they are always surprising us. So, for example, you can see that Pet she's calm and she's nice and so on, but at the same time she can go to the parties and party all night. So it's surprising for a lot of people. As you thought about me first time, you think that I am a kind of evil person. So later it's turned that I'm not. I'm just like simple person who's not so talkative as Sarah says. Yeah, I think our group is she, and it's Ambivert, I guess.
Hisham, your
Hisham turn on
microphone
the
is off.
mic.
Sorry. Yeah, so Isam, you think the group is a she?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see the faces of all the girls. They are so happy about the she answer. Yeah, let's see later. Maybe it's a she in this meeting, but I'm not sure about the whole time. Yeah, so the same question for Leo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree. Like some say, it's a she. I wouldn't be here if I see a bunch of men. I I will not participate. I would just no way. But because I see more females, okay, I feel good. I come here. So yeah, it's a she, and I like that. Um, and about extra, the CTI would be I think extrovert because if you are introvert, you wouldn't be talking. You know, yeah, extrovert and it's a she.
Introvert can talk as well.
Yes, yeah, introvert.
So eventually, our group is Sarah by the personality. It's a she and extrovert.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I would like to recommend a book for you since we are talking about the introvert and extrovert. The book is called Quiet by Susan Jane. Yeah, she is. This is an amazing book. I started reading it, but I haven't completed yet. It's very interesting. The book is talking about the introvert person that gain energy from being quiet. So whoever is an introvert, so don't think that you are alone. Just read that book and give me your opinion. So the same question for May. What do you think?
What I think of what? I mean,
I think
oh,
Your
Meishu was
mic.
the first
Your
one
mic.
who
Your mic.
I
answered.
cannot hear you. Hisam, I cannot hear.
Okay, yeah, May, if CTI is a person, do you think she is like introvert or extrovert?
CTI, a person, as a person is extrovert because everyone is free to give their opinion and no offense the other. So I think it's extrovert.
Okay, I agree with you, May, because I also think that CTI would be an extrovert. I don't think introvert person would not would like to share a lot of idea in network and talk with a lot of people online. So yeah, I think CTI would be more an extrovert than introvert. I think I asked all the members, Isam, Pat, Lena, Sarah, Leo, and May. So thanks so much for taking part in today's meeting. I would like to ask you if you want to add anything, whether about the topic or anything else.
I have a kind of an idea when you started to talk about the CTI as a person. I just remembered that sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it's pretty hard for us to accept a new member. Not to accept, of course, we are open for anybody, but it's pretty hard to get used of the person. Like, for example, today when Sarah came, she came so naturally, and I don't, me personally, I don't feel shy or I don't feel any uncomfortable with her. But some people, when they come to the group talk, I don't feel like talking because he or she is inside. So maybe somehow our CTI girl, I mean the group, she sometimes can be introvert. So as Sam said, maybe she's in the middle. That's it.
That's very reasonable. Yeah. So you started from the end and you came back to get the conclusion. Yeah, that's very interesting. Thanks for this information, Lena. And yeah, before we end this conversation, I would like to uh, inform you about an idea that I really would like to try to meet in Zoom another time because I do